Thanks, Emily. 5:32 on today's TMJ4. Severe weather whipped through northeast Wisconsin primarily overnight, causing severe damage to some homes, definitely power lines and trees.
Yeah, the storm brought some major destruction to Apple Creek campgrounds, which is in De Pere. Several trees were torn down there by the heavy winds. Some campers report they were trapped in their campers by fallen trees. Rescue crews had to cut people out of their rigs.
I heard the sound of it's like a train. You hear a big whistle. My wife and kids, my wife and grandbabies, they laid in the floor and covered up because we knew what to do.
And according to the De Pere Fire Department, about 50 to 60 campers were staying at the campsite at the time. All reported being unharmed, however, certainly shaken up.
And let's take a look at the power outage situation here across Wisconsin this morning. This is just for We Energy's customers. The big one in our area remains Cedar Grove, where it is about 1,500 people without power, although we do have a crew up in that direction reporting that looks like the lights may be back on. Up in the Green Bay area, primarily in the Fox cities, a much different story. I'll zoom this in here a little bit. You see in the Appleton area still about 22,000 customers without power here. In all, if you total up all these little areas, it's reaching upwards of 40,000 people still without power in Appleton and some of the surrounding communities there in the Fox Valley. Crews have been working on those problems for hours now.
Joining us on the phone right now is Nick Craig from Brown County Emergency Management. And Nick, how widespread is the damage that you're seeing there this morning?
We're looking at an area that's about 4 miles wide by 15 miles long, which is a pretty significant chunk of southern part of Brown County.
Nick, when I listened to the interview of one of the campers that we just had from up there in De Pere, he describes that whistling sound, the train sound. Are you guys looking at a possible tornado, or are you at the point where you just don't care right now?
What we've heard is it was just straight line winds. There was no report of a tornado. Winds 60 to 70 miles an hour.
And Nick, let's talk a little bit about the damage that your crews are reporting into. We talk about that campground, Apple Creek campgrounds, I believe, where some of the trailers were overturned. Is that the type of situation there? And what other reports of damage are you getting?
Yeah, we had the same report for the Apple Creek campground. What a scary situation. People obviously in tents. Luckily, no one was injured. We're also getting reports of garage roofs ripped off, home roofs that are damaged, pole buildings blown over, barns completely blown over, and obviously tons of trees and power lines in the roadways.
Nick, I know you guys are super busy. We do appreciate it. Good to hear that nobody was injured as far as you know. So then I can ask you, will this have any impact on Packers training camp today?
Hopefully not.
All right. That's the important question up there. Nick, thanks so much.
Semi-official word.
Right. 5:35 on today's TMJ4. We're going to move on to some local news now. Since Friday night,